Hi and welcome. What we're going to try to do today, now I haven't tried this before, so you're going to be learning as well as I am, is we are going to decorate some very inexpensive taper candles for the upcoming season. And currently we are coming up on Thanksgiving and in the middle of autumn. So what I have here is a very inexpensive taper candle from a particular dollar type store. It was a whole dollar for the candle. I have a smaller one. You can see the difference there. I have a variety of paper napkins that have the particular theme of the season. Oh, you can't see that. There you go. I have several different ones, but here's one that's just leaves and things. I have some foam stickers, which I've taken a few out of. A couple different styles of foam stickers for the season. I have some wax paper. I have a little bit of tape because we may need some help holding some things together till we get it done. And I'll be using a hair dryer. Now it's off screen right now, but I only have so much room on the table. The idea here is to take this candle and adhere this design to it. Now people say, oh, but it'll burn. No, it won't. It won't, because when you burn these candles, they don't burn all the way out to the end. But we'll adhere this with some wax paper and keep it on there. So that's what we're going to do. I have taken a piece of wax paper and just torn it in a strip, and I'm going to do this. Now, luckily, for some reason, this candle holds on to this piece of napkin, and I have cut this from a fuller piece of a napkin. Watch, it's not going to do it because I told you. It was holding it. A whole napkin, a whole square napkin, well, yeah, a whole square napkin, ended up having several panels. If you open, now this is a long one instead of a square one. If you open that up, you end up with 6 panels of this particular design that you can cut out. And that's what I did. So I'm attempting to do this for a workshop, and if this works, I'll be teaching a workshop on it. And then obviously, as I showed you, I just trimmed this out of the panel. So I'm going to take this piece of wax paper. Slick side, I don't know if you can tell, I had to figure it out. Slick side toward the candle, because that's where the wax is going to be. And pardon me, you won't be able to see all of this. And I want to make sure that the design from that paper napkin is covered. Oops, I've got a little spot there at the bottom. I scoot it down. Scoot it down there because it wasn't covered. And I'm going to wrap this around. Now you could do the whole candle if you wanted to. I'm not going to, because you'll see why. I'm going to take a little piece of tape, and I'm going to tape this down snug. Because now I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to use the hair dryer to melt the wax off the wax paper onto the design. And it may take a little while, so you may see me trim this because I don't know that you want to sit here and watch the whole thing. Oops, let me do this. I'm sitting at my kitchen table here, my breakfast room table. And I may have to deaden the volume too, so hopefully you'll see that. So you should be able to see that the wax paper has wrinkled. The colors of the paper napkin have become brighter and bled through, and I hope when I peel this paper off that we'll have a nice little design onto the candle. I do want to let that cool a little bit. It's still kind of hot. And something else you may have noticed was that as I moved it around, of course, the wax on the candle itself is starting to get soft from the heat of the hair dryer. But I was trying to press this down, get some of the air out of it, and smooth it. That air from the hair dryer does get really hot. So you got to watch not to burn your skin. And I was getting wax off the paper on my thumbs and a little bit off of the candle as it was getting soft. So let's see, it's still kind of warm, but let's give it a check. Let's see what's happened here. Is it going to lift off? Moving it gently, very gently. Don't want it to get too cold or you'll be tearing it, but you want it a little cooler. And there we go. So now there is a thin layer of wax from the waxed paper over top of the dog. Betty decided to come down and get a drink while I'm doing this, of course. It's over this, and so it is, the paper napkin is now behind a layer of wax. And there you go. Now there's all kinds of things you could do with a different panel of paper napkins. We get this square one here. You get a couple of different images. Actually, you get 4 because in each corner there's a different one. You have this big one that's on the front, and then we have some little ones. Where'd I put them? Here they are. And this green one, and this red one. So from these little napkins you can get different designs. Now if I wanted to put another one on here, I'd wait a little bit because this wax is still warm, but I could put another one here. I'd only do one panel at a time. I mean, if you put a series of little ones on there, you may have 4 different ones, but you want to let this wax cool because you don't want to smear that. Or you could put, you know, several little ones, several of these little ones on there, like that. Or you could trim off this bottom here and put around. Of course, I've got this one too low. You could even, I guess, put it over top if you wanted to. Or you could use it here on this short one, so that you have a small design around the bottom that would complement this one because it came from the same series of paper napkins. But there you have it, cute as a button. And like I said, you can put another panel on the back once it cools and have you a sweet little holiday centerpiece just for a couple bucks. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back for more.